Hey everyone, welcome to Fraternity Foodie. This is Mike Eilon with Greek University. As you know, we call this podcast Fraternity Foodie. Why? Because there's nothing like food that brings people together. So we're going to continue to tackle some of the really tough conversations in these interviews, and we're also going to get the inside scoop on what our guests like to eat and where we can go to get it. So today we have a student with us. I thought it was so important to make sure that we have students with us here. We have Victor Benlice. He is a student at Kane University in New Jersey. He's actually traveling in Miami of all places today. So he's looking very, very festive. So welcome, Victor. Welcome to Fraternity Foodie.
Thank you for having me, Michael. I appreciate it.
Hey, it's my pleasure. So I wanted to make sure that students also have a voice on our program. I've interviewed a lot of giants in the Greek industry, in fraternity and sorority, but I also want to make sure that students have a voice as well. So I know that, Victor, you're now currently finishing your studies at Kane University in Union, New Jersey, with an MBS in business management. And basically, Victor and I, we met a couple of times actually at NGLA, a conference for Greeks in the Northeast. Victor also invited me to campus as well. Hold on one second.
Take your time.
We got all kinds of calls coming in. So Victor actually invited me to campus to Kane University, and we had a spectacular time there working with the students, a very successful day, a lot of different topics that we tackled, and it's always been great to hear all of the progress at Kane University since then. So I wanted to start with this very, very basic question. Victor, what made you choose Kane University in New Jersey?
Besides the fact that it's in my backyard, I'm from Elizabeth, New Jersey, as it is. I was very comfortable staying around where my mom lives, where I grew up, where my little brother goes to high school. And I felt like I could make a big impact in my community if I stayed local, which is exactly what has happened. And the fact that Kane is a growing school, there's a 17-to-1 student to faculty ratio. That means you get more personal time with your professors, you get individualized teaching. The opportunity for growth on campus, I feel like, is spectacular because it's not an overwhelming amount of students. There's 14,000 students on campus this school year, 2018-2019, which gives you opportunity to stand out, to individualize yourself, to differentiate what your values and your strengths and weaknesses are, and use them to your advantage, and then improve on the things that you need to. So I love Kane. It's my home.
That's excellent. I noticed there's so much energy on campus. Maybe some of that comes from Alex and all of his energy that he brings to the table as well.
The community is amazing. It's also such a diverse school. Kane, I'm pretty sure, is on the top 10 most diverse universities in the country. I read an article on that recently. And it fosters such a nice and welcoming environment that who wouldn't want to be a part of it, you know?
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Now, I've been reading some articles. I've also been talking to various business owners like I normally do. And one of the complaints that I hear about employers when they're talking about students that are coming into their companies, sometimes employers will say stuff like, today's college students, they're not ready to enter the workforce right out of college. So I guess my question to you as a student is, do you feel like Kane has prepared you for what's ahead in your career once you graduate in May?
They definitely do their part. I feel like Kane goes above and beyond for the students, and they set that infrastructure up to set you up. But at the end of the day, it is what you make of it. You have to put yourself in a position to succeed. You have to put yourself outside of your comfort zone and really just make the most out of the time that you have there on campus, because you're paying that tuition anyway. You're going to have to pay those loans back anyway. So you might as well make the most out of those 4 years and develop yourself, because nobody's going to spoon feed you what you should. You're not going to pay extra. You're not going to get paid extra for doing your job, you know? So it's up to you to make the most out of it. But Kane, I believe Kane really does offer a world-class education. They stand behind that strong and firm.
That's excellent. One interesting thing that I noticed about you is that every time I see you on campus, it almost seems like you're the mayor of the university. So, how were you able to build such strong relationships with the student leaders and also administrators all over campus at Kane?
Just being myself. I love personal interactions. I love meeting people and genuinely getting to know each other, not just um, going tit for tat, beating around the bush. I ask genuine questions and I try to break things down in forms of um, who are you? Where are you from? What do you like to do? What are your values and culture? And then I explain mine. That way we can find that level ground. And most people like that genuine, this is me, who are you kind of persona.
See, this is why Greek life at Kane University is growing, is because you're having real conversations, deep conversations. You're not keeping it to superficial stuff, but you're really trying to get to know all these people that are joining all the fraternities and sororities at Kane.
That's what really makes an impact. Like, you have to stand behind what you say. And if you say you're about philanthropy, academic achievement, campus involvement, brotherhood and sisterhood, it can't be all talk. You have to actually get results and go out of your way to genuinely get to know people, what their faults are, what their like what they suffer with, the things that are going on in their personal life. Not everybody is comfortable with displaying those vulnerabilities and weaknesses and letting people in, but that's what gives you different perspective. That's what makes you strong. That's what lets you know that there are people that will listen to you and will help you and are genuinely your friends, you know?
That's an incredible atmosphere that you have built there at Kane, along with the other students and administrators. You've also been a leader on campus, and I know that you've had various leadership roles, going from Greek Senate Executive Board, President, VP of Programming, VP of Public Relations. So all of these leadership experiences, what did you learn from being a leader and being engaged as much as you have?
So are you a Spider-Man fan?
I am.
All right. So then you know the quote, with great power comes great responsibility.
Sure.
When somebody believes in you and somebody sees something in you that you don't see in yourself, it really gives you a lot of motivation and confidence to be able to tackle and do all the things that you want to do. It gives you that confidence to wake up earlier in the morning, to tackle all the things on your to-do list, and to do it in a happy and graceful way. And if you do those things, you're open to learn from your mistakes. You're open to learn from others. You're open to collaborate. What I learned was just to be myself and to work as hard as possible, not because I want to be better than anyone, but because at the end of the day, as long as you work your hardest and you do your best, there's nothing else that really matters. Like, the outcome is very important, but if you're happy with yourself at the end of the day, that's what really matters to me.
Excellent. So you're obviously a fan of Greek life, and I guess my question is, given all the problems that we have in Greek life today, why should somebody go Greek? Why do you encourage them to join a fraternity or sorority?
There's so many reasons. There's so many reasons. So first off, reason why I joined Greek life was because my family's all in Dominican Republic. I didn't really have much family here, so I always had the what would be the word, premonition,
Predisposition? Yeah.
predisposition that fraternity and sorority life is based around family, brotherhood, sisterhood, and I really believe in that, because once I joined my organization, it wasn't it was like immediately right in front of me. I moved into the house the day after I was done with my new member education, and I became a part of a family immediately, a family of brothers, people that I could rely on, people that would be there for me, people that heard what I was going through, heard my side of the story, and they actually cared enough to build and get to know me, and just continue to encourage me that this is the right way. You're going to learn so much from it, and you better make the most out of it while you're here, because it's going to be done like that before you know it.
Yeah. I know this is definitely a lifetime decision that you decided to go Greek. I know that you're going to be lifelong friends, not only with the men in your fraternity, but I think with all the students that you're meeting. I think now you have a huge network of people that are going to help you succeed and get you to where you want to go.
Yeah, it's a common platform. You have that commonality. If you've joined a Greek organization, no matter where you're at, what university, you went through something similar to what I went through. You had to become close to people that you've never known before in such a short amount of time. And it really shows you that anything's possible. Anything is possible as long as you're determined, you're willing to collaborate, and you're willing to be genuine with the people around you and not hide things. Open up your circle, step out of your comfort zone. Those things really go a long way when you're genuine and 100% about it.
Yeah, you got to be vulnerable. I love that attitude. So I know that you received the NGLA Innovation Grant for a mental health week at Kane University. So what were some of those programs that you had for that week to educate students on this very important topic?
It was a remarkable week at Kane. It was so exciting. There was so much energy going around, and mental health really became a very relevant and talked about topic this year. I noticed I saw multiple organizations going very hard on social media during Super Bowl commercials, during just mental health week in general. So I found out that October 10th is World Mental Health Day. That was around June. And I'm like, NGLA is offering grants for events on campus. Why not hold an event around mental health? And it's such a relevant topic that many people don't really go over, because it's easy. It's the easy thing to do, to shy away from those tough conversations. And the easy thing isn't worth it. And if it's worth it, it won't be easy. So we made 4 days circled around body, mind, and soul, which I believe are the 3 components to mental health. If you wanna be mentally healthy, you have to have a healthy body. You have to take care of your body and be happy with what you put into it, as well as what you put on it and what you do with it. With that comes the mind. You have to be grateful. Be grateful for the fact that you have a healthy body, that you have these opportunities, that you can wake up in the morning, cook your own breakfast, or go for a run, or just the fact of where you're at in life, where you live. You just have to really take an extrospective look. Extrospective? I used this word the other
Introspective.
day. Oh, no. Not the opposite of introspective. Extro. I'm pretty sure. Let me see. Let me Google this real quick.
We're gonna have a live Google.
Extro. Yeah, I said it right. Extrospective. So basically, that means the observation of things external to one's own mind, as opposed to introspection, ordinary sense, perception, or reasoning concerning the things perceived. So just taking a step back to look at the elephant in the room. You can't really see the forest if you're right in front of the trees. But if you take a few steps back, you see the big picture. And it's all about sometimes stepping out of your own shoes and looking at the things around you and taking advantage of those opportunities. So body, mind, as well, actively working on your mind, reading, playing mind games, playing chess, doing simple things that are going to keep you on your game. And that's really important, because you never know when opportunities or challenges are going to arise, and you want to be ready no matter what point in life you're at. You want to be ready for the things that are coming your way. That way you don't get taken advantage of, and you can just take advantage of the opportunities that are in front of you in the best manner. So body, mind, spirit. You have to be a happy soul. You have to be genuine about your interactions. Just not being a Debbie Downer is a big one. Looking at things in a positive light. Not being overly optimistic, but optimism is good with a balance of realism. Um, they go a long way, and just looking for those things in other people, pushing others, really gives you a sense of accomplishment, because when someone tells you that you made a difference in their day or in their attitude or in the smallest thing, really can make the biggest difference. And that really just helps you keep it moving. Sometimes you need that extra push to be courageous, to be confident. And it's not always easy doing everything by yourself. Like, so for example, I'm pretty sure you can relate to this. This is my first tattoo right here. It's a Greek god Atlas, and he's holding the world up. He's basically just persistent, resistant, and doesn't feel like he needs help from anyone. You can do it all on your own, but you can't. The most successful people in life got to where they're at because of the people around them.
Yep.
And you have to put trust and responsibility on others, because they will prove you wrong. They will show you that people are worth trusting and taking opportunities on.
You're absolutely right. You got to build a team of people that are going to help you to go where you want to go. You can't build everything yourself. You're going to you have to learn how to delegate and get people working together towards that common cause. So I couldn't agree with you more.
Amen.
Yeah. So speaking of people working together, I saw that you were raising money for the Kane Dance Marathon, and I know that all the students at Kane are raising money, which is great. So how did you facilitate this process of getting all the organizations at Kane to work together for this one cause? Because it seems when I travel the country and I'm working on different campuses, it seems that each organization wants to do their own thing in terms of their own philanthropy, but I see that you're all working together. So how did you get everybody working together for the one cause?
So the structure was there before I was even a student at Kane, and that's what I love so much about the university, that not only is there a lot of focus on internal work, like every organization has their own philanthropy, everyone has their own charity events, their own fundraising, their own agendas internally to make sure that they're holding it down on their end and keeping a good PR balance to organizational just fundraising, community service, volunteer work, and then also externally, everyone collaborating together on that one common event, which is Kane Dance Marathon. Because the internet connection is unstable.
You're good. I can hear you.
All right. So that one common fundraiser that we all do is towards the end of the spring semester every year, which is Kane Dance Marathon. We work on it all year round. I won't even say both semesters, because the second Kane Dance Marathon ends in April, we start planning for next year. And that's a huge component of getting everyone involved, because it's an ongoing process. It's not like 1 week we're working on it, 1 month we're working on it, like the month before the event is, we're like getting everything together. No, it's ongoing and progressive. That's why we got to fundraise so much money last year. We nearly hit $54,000 fundraised for the Children's Specialized Hospital. All the money goes to local hospitals. So it's children that could be your neighbor, a friend's child, someone that your son or daughter goes to school with. The impact is very local and in your community. And that's what I love so much about it, that you can really get a lot of people going and motivated to dance for 12 hours, for example, on Kane Dance Marathon, to donate insane amount of money to children, because it's all about giving opportunity, giving this chance for these kids to grow and experience all the things that you hopefully want your kids to experience. And just giving someone that chance or doing something to be able to help really gives you a lot of satisfaction. And it doesn't matter how long it takes, how hard you got to work, and how hectic it might be to set up the event and make it happen. It's so worth it once you see the impact that you're making in children's lives.
hmm This is why it's been so successful, is because you picked a cause that all the students care about. And number
Yeah.
two, you're all working together for the one cause. And so you just have better results because you're getting the best people in every organization at Kane to work together, whether that be in fundraising or slick marketing campaigns or whatever. You're picking the best of each organization and getting everybody focused on this one event, this one cause. I absolutely love it.
Well, it's not
So,
just the best in each organization. The best are the most involved, the most engaged, and we delegate the responsibility to them to trickle that down. You know, make your other members care about it. Let them know how important this is. Let them know the money is never supposed to come out of their pocket. It's supposed to be advocated. Talk to your professors about it. Talk to your peers about it. Talk to your friends about it. Talk to any stranger that you meet along your day about the event that's going to be happening in a month and how involved and engaged you are with it. And maybe you can genuinely get someone to care enough to give a donation or to make a difference in your day or someone else's day for that matter.
you are the man. That's perfect. So I know that you're
Man,
really good. You're great in terms of PR. I will tell you that. So a lot of the campuses that I visit, the fraternities and sororities complain that they don't get any good PR. They're doing good things, but they don't reach the community. The community doesn't really know all the good stuff that they're doing. So what do you recommend? It could be social media, it could be newspapers, it could be all different kinds. What do you recommend for fraternity and sorority students that are trying to improve their PR?
all right, so just like when you have to walk the walk, you have to talk the talk as well. If you want better PR, you have to do things you've never done before. By that, I mean going out of your way to do volunteer work that is going to make a difference in your community. That way, when you're doing this work and once you're taking pictures of it and trying to publicize it, the audience is already there. The people that you're making a difference on, you have that base of outreach that you're gonna hit. That market reach is gonna get hit regardless because these are the people that are engaged and involved with it. And then as well as reaching out to local newspapers, online is huge. Look up common podcast, common well not only on Instagram or Twitter or like just hit all of them. Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, put links on your Snapchat, email people. The bigger the reach will be depending on how hard you try to make an impact. If you feel like you haven't exhausted every single possible source, you're probably losing out on a few, not only dozens, but probably hundreds of people that you can be reaching.
So you're not putting all your eggs in one basket. You're basically hitting everything possible.
Yeah, you want to talk to as many people as possible and let them know what you're doing and how you're doing it. That way they understand it and they might even become passionate about it. They might take a liking to the things that you're doing, and that'll help. That will introspectively push them to let someone else know about what you're doing and how you're doing it. And once you see that genuine desire and passion, it's not that hard to get people on board.
Look at you building that base of fans. This is awesome. You're such a people person. You're so engaged. I love your attitude. I mean, everything about you is awesome. And I knew that from the first time that I met you. So, what's the next chapter for you after graduation in May? How can our audience help you get to where you want to go?
Well, it's my first time in Miami, and I love it here. Just everything about it, the people I've met, the just how genuine you can have a conversation with someone that you've never met before, that you don't know. Or I'm from the Northeast, and it's open arms, and I love that. Open arms is it's a great way to live and to go about things, and I see so much opportunity and motivation down here because this is it. This is a life down here, man. Miami is great. But as far as what I want to do post graduation, I always had a strong desire to join the military. My father was in the military, and from the conversations that I've had with a lot of veterans and active personnel, the Air Force seems to be the best option. And the reasons just are beyond me. The discipline that you get from it, the leadership skills, the benefits, tuition assistance, which is like huge for me.
Yeah.
Um, the not really as much about the monetary help as much as it is about the impact that it can have on me and my family. As far as just giving us that base structure to try new things and level up. And I really want to set a great example for my younger brother. I have a younger brother that's turning 17 this year, which I basically raised with my mother. And I've always been his role model, that father figure in his life as an older brother, which made me have to grow up a lot faster. And I want to set the best example for him. That way he knows that I've got his back and I'm here to help him become the best version of himself. And that's really one of my main focuses now and post graduation, to make sure that he's going to be focused and set. Besides that, I love what you do. I love what you do, going from campus to campus, state to state, even business to business, and making impact, making a big difference and impact on people's lives, making conversations easy, relatable, and impactful all at once. That really just gives me a lot of fulfillment, and I would love to keep learning from you and extend that and pass it on to others.
Yeah, listen, that's very kind of you to say. I'm obviously very passionate about what I do, and I love working with students all over the country. So certainly, that's something that we can look at going forward and see if you can also help to engage some of these students that we're working with all over the country. Certainly, I think you have what it takes in terms of personality, in terms of knowledge of Greek life, in terms of passion. You've got it all.
Thank
You
you.
have.
I truly appreciate it.
Yeah, you have everything. So everything that we look for. So certainly that's very well could be a possibility. But hey, if anybody out there in the audience knows of an opportunity out in Miami, Victor is about to graduate in May. And let me tell you, he is going to be an asset for whatever company he comes to work for, whether it be Greek University or any company. I will tell you, he will 100% be an asset for that organization. So that's pretty awesome.
You're the man, Michael.
So as you know, we love eating great food at Fraternity Foodie. So what places should we go to eat, and what should we order if we find ourselves, let's say, in the Union, New Jersey area? That's where you're from. Where should I go to eat?
All right, there's actually a ton of places with a lot of variety. So Elizabeth is, well, I'm from Elizabeth, so I'll speak on Elizabeth's perspective. Elizabeth is mostly Hispanic culture. So King University is on Morris Avenue, right? Into Elizabeth on Morris Avenue, you have basically the Colombian block, all the types of Colombian food that you like. You can pull up to any restaurant and you won't only get great service and great food, but they also have great drinks. If you go into the Union area, past Morris, there's a cafe. It's called Banco's Ear, and it's real chill setting. Lights are dim. They serve the best dessert ever. Great coffee. The couches. It's really chill. You can have just a chill night with friends. They have open mics over there as well. I go there just to read and sit down and get some quiet time sometimes. If you head to the west into Linden, there's this great spot I used to love going to. It's called 25 Burgers. You ever heard of 25 Burgers?
I've heard of it. Never been there.
Oh, you have to get, this was actually 30 burgers. They added another 5. Oh, 30 Burgers is amazing. I love them. What kind of food do you like? That way I can point you in a direction.
Listen, the Colombian food sounds amazing. Next time I'm in New Jersey, you better believe that we're going to hit up some of those Colombian places. I'm going to treat you. Don't even worry about it. It'll be on me, and we'll go and have a good time. I mean, I like all types of Asian food for sure. Anything, Thai. I like Indian food as well. Anything that's really spicy, I love.
Like spicy? All right,
Yeah.
awesome. I like spicy too.
So that's what I like. So you'll have to think about it. Let me know if you can come up with anything, some really good spicy food. I'm in, whatever it is.
I'm trying to think. My best friend would definitely know because I got into spicy food because of him, and he's like a fanatic for ramen and
Yeah,
spicy tuna and spicy salmon and all that great stuff.
love it, love it. All right, so we'll have to set up some time in New Jersey to go out and check out some of your buddies' places. But the Colombian places, I'm in. For sure, for sure. All right, so Victor, where can our audience go if they want to learn more about you, if they want to connect with you on social media, where should they go to connect with you?
So my LinkedIn is Victor Benlice. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, I love making new connections. If you'd want to have a more personal interaction, you can follow me on Instagram. I do have two Instagrams. One is Vic's Gala, like Vic's Gallery, but no RY at the end. It's VICSGALA. And then my other Instagram is BPS_Victor. I keep it very professional. So if you want to reach me, you can DM me on there. My email is my last name, Benlice, B as in boy, ENLICEV @kane.edu. And I believe that's about it.
All right, you heard it here first. You can slide into Victor's DMs on Instagram, all right? I'm just letting you know, all right? Victor, you are one of the most passionate
You're
and
great.
engaged
You're
students
great.
about this, and I appreciate it, but I just recognize good talent. I could spot it a mile away. You're one of the most engaged student leaders that I've ever met on a college campus. I know that you are going to continue to do amazing work beyond graduation. I know that your younger brother is very, very proud of you, and quite frankly, I can't wait to see all of your successes, and I'm going to be there to celebrate every step of the way.
Let's go right there.
Absolutely. Let's go. All right. Well, listen, thank you so much for the interview. I appreciate that, Victor. And we look forward to
opportunity.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, I really do appreciate it.
Of course. It's my pleasure. For good people.
This was an awesome conversation. This was a great conversation. I'm so happy.
Well, good. I'm happy too. All right. So to our audience, we look forward to seeing you on an upcoming edition of Fraternity Foodie. Bye for now.